Go ahead, Houston.
Astronaut Keefer, we have a movie review for you to do here on Earth.
I'm sorry, Houston. I'm right now in the middle of doing some major repairs up in space.
But Keefer, it's urgent.
I don't care if it's urgent. I am 140 million miles away from Earth and I can't be there right now.
Even if it's Ridley Scott's The Martian?
What are we waiting for? Let's review this film.
This is how I end.
Is it possible that he's still alive?
This is a brilliant film, sprinkled with surprise wit and cleverness. Based off the acclaimed book of the same name by Andy Weir, Mark Watney, playing Matt Damon, is an astronaut that is left on Mars after an emergency mission evacuation. Presumed dead, Watney survives but has limited amount of food and water. So he must use his intelligence and spirit to get back in contact with NASA and come home. This film executes this story of survival in such a novel way. It's different from other films like Gravity and Apollo 13 because our protagonist has to adapt to the harshness of a desolate planet to survive. The way he does this is so innovative, it's fascinating to watch. Not only is the scenario captivating and keeps you on the edge of your seat, but our main character is incredibly complex and likable. Matt Damon's charm is perhaps the best part of the whole film. He gives wisecracks about his problems, and like any good character, he has his low points. But he always looks at the situation from a satirical way. Most people would say it's a sign of him descending into madness. But that madness is what keeps him alive. Groucho Marx once said, "Humor is reason gone mad," and in this case, he's right. Only a mad person will look at the situation and see the odds stacked against him, but still try to pull off what many people thought was the impossible. He is my favorite character in the film, but after careful observation, he is perhaps one of my favorite characters in general.
Astronaut Mark Watney was killed.
The message that this film shows constantly is that if there's a problem, you figure out a way to solve it until it's over. Watney faces a lot of obstacles in the beginning. Risk of dehydration, starvation, lack of oxygen, Mars' deadly atmosphere, and no way to get in contact with NASA. What does he do? He tries to figure out a solution for each problem. That, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die trying attitude gives us all the more reason to root for his return. I easily give this 5 out of 5 stars and recommend it to 14 through 18-year-olds. The F word is said twice in this film, and the rest of the time it's either mouthed or muted, so it's not appropriate for young audiences. Although if you can see it, I highly recommend it. This film is in theaters October 2nd, so please go check it out. I'm Keefer, reporting for Kids First. And Mark Watney has endured a lot of obstacles. But there was one that was so terrible that no human being should go through it.
And I grew strong.
Disco music!
Ah!